Hello, my name is Ever, and I will be talking about labeling theory for my video theory report. I will be discussing the beginning of labeling theory, labeling, and deviance with some examples, implications, and critiques. Frank Tannenbaum's 1938 dramatization of evil was the first formulation of an approach to deviance, in which he states, a criminal is made by identifying a person as such, a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. Becker's 1963 book Outsiders is credited as one of the first books on labeling theory, which states people come to identify and behave in ways that reflect how others label them. Deviance is a social construct used to persuade society to fear and criminalize certain groups. In 1974, Lemert states that labeling theory distinguishes between primary and secondary deviance. After a crime has happened is when labels are applied. Jorgensen and Walsh 2018 define primary deviance as the initial nonconforming act that comes to the attention of authorities. It is the individual self-concept that is crucial. Example: Bill has just been caught stealing power tools from the Home Depot. According to labeling theorists, what is important here is that initial act of deviance. According to Jorgensen and Walsh 2018, it is of interest to theorists only if it is detected and reacted by those in power to pin a stigmatizing label on a rule breaker. In this case, the judge is labeling Bill from the Home Depot incident as he is being processed through the criminal justice system, which then leads to secondary deviance, or how society reacts to the initial act committed. Bill now has a formal label of being a criminal and a thief. Labeling can lead to a loss in conventional friends and or family. Bill has financial obligations to meet, but now with a criminal record, more than likely he will have difficulty seeking employment and integrating back into society. Labeling theorists suggest he will find illegitimate means to meet his financial needs, since he can't find a normal job. Labeling theorists also suggest he will find other criminal friends to fulfill his friendship needs. Society's interpretation of Bill will lead to what is important about secondary deviance, his identity from the formal application of a deviant label. The new acquired master status by Bill will increase the probability of future reoffending. Being a felon is a crippling label for many wanting to turn their life around. Voting rights are denied, they are unable to secure housing, they are ineligible for loans or for financial help and education, they have curfews while on parole, and also have trouble seeking employment. Some can resist the effects of labeling by downplaying, denying, or justifying their actions. Example: Bill tells himself he stole those power tools because he needed to support his family, and the Home Depot is a big company that will not lose much anyway. He is resisting the label placed by the judge. At the opposite end of the spectrum, there is those that want the label as a sense of pride. It is worn like a badge, common within gangs and criminal organizations where they see credibility in being a felon, criminal, murder, or thief. Pager's 2003 study found it very difficult for people with criminal records to receive a callback from an employer. In addition, the study found that employers favored whites with a criminal record than a black person with a clean one. It was worse if the black person had a criminal history. Now we're going to go ahead and recap, and I'm going to talk about implications and critiques. A big critique is to what extent the labeling process is the cause of this habitual return to crime. Before, it was implied that state intervention is a major cause of crime. Now it is implied as a contributing factor to the continued participation in criminal activity. It is not certain that labeling increases deviancy, but it is implied that labeling and increased contact with the criminal population contribute to recidivism. There is differences in socialization among individuals, knowing between right and wrong. There's differences in attitudes, opportunities, which lead to these deviant acts. Thank you for watching.